What's up, everybody? It's Mekel Kasanova back with another video, and we're talking about the Steam Deck again because there's an advisory that went out a couple days ago that I meant to do a video on, but it was an advisory from Steam themselves or from Valve themselves, and it's regarding Steam Decks overheating because we are in the midst of a heat wave in various places throughout the world, especially here in the U.S., and it's just something to be aware of, and we're going to dive into what they said in this video. But before we do all that, make sure you like the video, sub to the channel if you haven't already, and ding the notification bell, and let's go ahead and dive right on into this video topic about the Steam Deck's overheating. Okay, so this is from the official On Deck or Steam Deck Twitter, and they said, for our friends in the midst of a heat wave, a quick note about Steam Deck at high temperatures. Steam Deck performs at its best in ambient temperatures between 0 degrees and 35 degrees Celsius. If the temperature gets higher than this, Steam Deck may start to throttle performance to protect itself. So if we're to convert that 35 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit, that's about 95 degrees Fahrenheit. And what's interesting is that here in Hawaii, which is where I live, it's very, very hot. So on an average day, you're going to float between, early 80s to sometimes mid to high 90s. And so out here in this temperature, I do run the risk of my Steam Deck having some performance issues because it'll be going beyond the threshold of the 35 degrees Celsius or the 95 degrees Fahrenheit. So what I typically do is my Steam Deck here in this room here, which is where I do all my recording and streaming, and I typically have an air conditioner going on to my right, and I can keep the room at a comfortable 68 to 75 degrees, Fahrenheit. I'm not someone who uses Celsius a lot. I use Fahrenheit, so it's just more comfortable for me to talk in Fahrenheit. But yeah, this right here, if you are to be in extreme temperatures or if it's really hot and your Steam Deck starts having these, throttling performance issues, basically, say you're playing a game that's really intensive, something, say like Cyberpunk 2077, we know that already pushes the Steam Deck to its limit, or if you're playing Red Dead Redemption 2 or any of these, more AAA titles that will usually net you anywhere from 30, 45 minutes up to an hour of gameplay. And that's when you're going to hear the fans kick in and go. And if it's already really hot, because if you push these games at max settings on your Steam Deck, eventually your Steam Deck's going to get hot, you're going to hear the fan kick in, and it's just going to be going. So with that being said, what you can do is just try and get to a cool environment, or just not play your Steam Deck in a hot environment. That's just kind of what they're saying, is just be aware that you're going to have these throttling issues. But yeah, me growing up in, from here, Samoa, the South, the United States, I'm used to hot temperatures. So I know to just keep myself, especially my electronics, in, a cool environment. And this applies not only to the Steam Deck, but it also applies to something like the Nintendo Switch as well as all electronics. Every electronic has a threshold once it goes beyond it. Just keep in mind that 0 degrees to 35 degrees Celsius or up to 95 degrees Fahrenheit, that applies to all electronics, monitors, phones, tablets, desktops, laptops, any electronic. Once it goes beyond that, it starts to throttle its performance to protect itself. So that's just something just to keep in mind. So if you do find yourself in a hot environment, just try to limit your usage, or try to be in an air conditioned environment or have a fan going to keep the device cool. So I just wanted to talk about that in this video. I just figure it'd be something that, we could talk about because it's something that is important. Some people are experiencing these type of issues with their Steam Deck as well as, Switch and other devices. So yeah, just keep in mind, we do have a heat wave. Stay safe. Also, make sure you're staying safe, make sure you're hydrated, and yeah, all that being said, that's the video. I want you guys to let me know what you think. I do have more Steam Deck videos in the works, so do stay tuned, along with other tech reviews. So if you see on this channel that I'll do a Steam Deck video and then I've got like a product video or a game review or anything like that, just because, keep in mind, those are my obligations. That's what I get paid to do, is with a lot of the products that I review is usually sponsored or something like that. So that's why you'll see that. But I do have more Steam Deck videos I would like to put out on the channel, along with a lot of other stuff as well. So all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. And I know it's a little bit last minute, but I figured I'd go ahead and do it and get it out of the way. But all that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Stay safe, stay blessed. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it, sub to the channel, ding the notification bell. And if you want support further, we got channel memberships, Patreon, as well as, merch on Teespring and TeePublic. I'll catch you guys on the next one. And yeah, stay safe. Keep your Steam Deck cool, and we'll go from there. I'll see you in the next one. Mahalo for your time. If you found this episode to be incredibly enjoyable, informative, or if there's anything you gain from it, or any insight, or anything that's good that you really, really enjoyed, make sure whatever platform you're listening to it on, or if you're watching it, leave a comment if that's available on the platform, like it, share it around with someone you think would enjoy it, and give us some feedback, because your feedback is exactly what we need to keep this show going. And if you're wondering what are some ways that you could support the show, we got various ways. We've got Patreon, we have channel memberships over on YouTube, as well as Subscribestar, Coffee, and so much more. Links for everything will be in the description. Check that out. And with all that being said, I hope you have an aloha rest of your day.
Let them know that I'm next level. I'm a whole new kind of guy. Yeah. Yes, at the top spot, in case you forgot. We the ones that got the block hot, bullet got the shot. Yeah. Look.